So let's talk about namings again, the power of names. Notice how God sets up this creation story around names. Verse 20, Adam's given this divine power of naming, which gives him responsibility and authority over these things, but more importantly, identifies their purpose and function. From an ancient Israelite perspective, things come into existence when they get a name. But notice that there was nothing that was equal and corresponding to him that actually had yet been named. And so it's got to be brought forth. And you get this interesting experience where God puts Adam to sleep, and he takes this rib, and from the rib creates a woman. Now, there's been a lot of speculation about what this all means. It turns out, in the ancient Israelite world, most people were illiterate. They actually would hear the scriptures read to them or sung to them. And the ancient inspired prophetic writers would often use literary special effects to help make the story more memorable and actually to point out key themes. And names were often the lesson. And it turns out that the underlying phrase for rib that shows up in other languages in the surrounding cultures actually means woman or life. So there's actually this wordplay. How do you tell people, well, first of all, a rib, we're equal right here, side by side at the rib. So that's that visual that nobody could miss, but also the fact that in the ancient languages, the word rib was actually the same word for woman or life. And so there's this identification that life comes from women, and men and women are equal at the rib. And ancient readers would have heard this and would have delighted in the wordplay and in the naming that woman is the source of life. And actually, Eve's name in Hebrew means life, for she is the mother of all living.
Yeah, isn't that fascinating as we look back really quickly to the very last verse of chapter 2, that at the end of all the creation, those 6 days of creation, it says, I, God, saw everything that I had made, and behold, all things which I had made were very good. And the evening and the morning were the 6th day. Not just good, like it was on the other days, but very good. And it's only very good once he's created the man and the woman, in verse 27, in the image of God. Among all these other things, then it becomes very good.